Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now this one might go all over the place, right? Might take a little time. I'm gonna try to condense it and get it in quick. But we're just gonna spit it how it is. We're gonna all be missing HBO because HBO is out of boxing now, right? And we're gonna miss them. Don't even try it. We love some HBO. We know what the faults that they have, but we're gonna like HBO when it come on. You like the beginning, and all that good stuff. It's HBO. It's a tradition. It's the institution, right? But speaking of institutions, HBO is gone because of racism, and we're gonna say it right at the top. We're not gonna go around it. We see it all in our society. It's just simple racism, right? And you have to get a grip on it, people. Same people that are always racist. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all. You're going to have to get a grip on it. It's absolutely absurd that we lose a whole channel because of stuff like that. Well, we know, we think, well, what does it mean? Well, if you think what I mean, then you don't have any idea. Well, let me educate you a little bit. First of all, they had the biggest star in boxing and in sports, it's Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was there fighting, wanted to get some more money. They didn't want to give him any, right? They didn't want to pay him like he should have been paid. I remember even asked Bob Arum, hey, man, let's put my picture on the MGM Grand. Bob Arum told him back then, man, that's outlandish. Get the hell out of here. Britney Spears going up there, right? Floyd Mayweather leaves in 2013, gets a deal with Showtime, right? $200 million for 9 fights. Paying the man like he's supposed to. And we know what happened after that. Floyd Money Mayweather, the highest paid athlete of all time. Now, they could have done that. They could have paid that man back then because at that time he had did 9 pay-per-views, got 9.5 or 6 million pay-per-view buys, right? In 9 fights, right? So that's $1 million a buy. And it made them $500 million. By far their biggest star. That kind of guy you keep. But you're thinking, well, we'll have to pay him. We ain't paying his brother that, right? We got all these other fighters and this and that. Well, once he left, things went downhill. And the funny thing is, you try to put all your attention, and it was obvious. You could see it. Put all your attention in Eastern European fighters because those look like the people here that are hard up for a fighter. Because basically, like I tell you guys, in boxing, we don't have a white champion in any weight division. That's why I was going for like Joe Smith, trying to get one. Hopefully we get one. Me as a brother, I want Joe Smith to win. So, the white people can have somebody they can, identify with, right? It's not any. So you're kind of hard up, right? So they get the Eastern European fighters and make sure that they're the ones. If it was Lomachenko, if it's, Kovalev, Golovkin, saying that they're a lot better than they are, right? And it's obvious you have some of the best fighters of color right there at HBO. We're talking about Andre Ward, first-time Hall of Famer, going to do magnanimous things, undefeated, right? Going up in weight to beat this Kovalev, who was the crusher. Called that fight pound for pound. After the fight, wrong guy wins, and it ain't pound for pound. He has to fight Kovalev again. Beats him again, he doesn't get the props he deserves. Andre Ward won the Super 6 super middleweight champion by far. Golovkin is the monster. Does not have to fight Andre Ward at 168. Even though stating from 154 to 168, he's going to beat everybody. Nobody can hang with him 12 rounds. Andre Ward says, what's up? And it didn't happen. He would have fought your boy Chavez Jr. He would have fought Carl Froch. He would have fought Nico Kessler, who would have Froch and Kessler were already retired at the time. Those are the guys who we're talking to. He didn't know Andre Ward had his ears open. When you say 168 and Andre Ward's there without punching power. Golovkin is a guy with extreme punching power, right? The monster, especially at that time. People's eyes have opened lately, but at that time, right? What do? We force, guys, HBO forced Andre Ward to go up. Imagine that. Andre Ward didn't have to. Forced him to go up there and fight him, Kovalev. He does and does a great job. That is your opportunity to put all your money into Andre Ward and make sure that everyone understands what this guy is. Hype him, right? Terrence Crawford. By the way, before I even go to Terrence Crawford, Andre Ward, reluctant to put him at number one pound for pound when he was number one pound for pound by far. You know, we see it. People have been talking about it, trying to ignore them. Terrence Crawford, baddest dude right now, reluctant to put him at number one pound for pound. Anybody except him. And you have a fighter that is undisputed in his weight class. Something that's easy to tell the consumer, to tell the casual fan. All you have to say is there's none other ones in fighting. There's nobody that's undisputed in fighting. We got Usyk now. We're talking at the time. I can get to Usyk in a minute. The point is, your boy Terrence Crawford was and is that. Put all your marbles in them. Make sure that people know, right? For some reason you want to do it. For some reason you just won't do it. And we know what the reason is. Guillermo Rigondeaux gets forced out of there. A guy of age, smallest guy, everybody running from him. You're not forcing people to go fight Rigondeaux, right? You say he's boring, so you can go hype the people around him. Things like that. And we're talking, these are all-time greats we're talking about. When we talk about Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford, and Guillermo Rigondeaux. All-time greats. But no, you'd rather Golovkin, Loma, Canelo, Bivol now, and those kind of things. It's obvious. So those are the things, and HBO, I know they looked at the demographic. They look at, hey, what's going on around, right now, let's, we can hype these fighters that people want because, America is racist. So that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to follow suit because of America is just simply a racist place. That's all it is. We call these people Democrats, conservatives, and right-wing, and all those other names, basically racist. That's what it is. You can look right now at what went down in Congress with Kavanaugh being the justice. Kavanaugh has a whole bunch of baggage. A whole bunch of women have asked, said they want to tell something on him about his sexual assault. Our Senate is 100 of them. 50 of them know that something is up and voted for him anyway, knowing that the FBI should investigate it. That means we know the dude is wrong. We know he's lied under oath, but we're just going to put him in because we don't care. We don't even care what's right and wrong anymore. Like I said before, racism is the primary emotion that these people have, and get blinded by that. And right or wrong is on the back burner. But let me tell you something. Justice takes time, but it will definitely come. That's the point. And the Republicans and all that stuff, right wing and conservatives, this is what the people who HBO was basically trying to sell their product to, basically. If it was Larry Merchant, if it was your boy Jim Lampley, stuff like that, these guys for years have been doing their thing. And, it makes you people like me, turn it off, basically. Try to find a fight the next day in Russian or something, another language, because, a lot of people watch it on mute. Once you become knowledgeable, when you're a casual fan, you listen to these guys. Once you become knowledgeable, you're like, hey, man, what that ain't right? Oh, man, damn, why are you saying that? And then the analysts, they try to argue with the analysts who know what they're talking about. And the analysts are fighters. You're talking Andre Ward. You want to listen to his opinion. Probably one of the best fighters of all time. It doesn't matter what weight division. Roy Jones, probably want to listen to that man. Lennox Lewis, for me, the best heavyweight of all time. But, from other ones, he's the top 5 or 10. You might want to listen to that guy. One of the best trainers of all time, Emmanuel Stewart. You might want to put your ear to the ground and listen to what the man is saying, right? Instead of going against him, right, with your opinion. But okay, it's not like everybody has to have the right opinion, but when it's coming from the wrong place, it's coming from the wrong place. And what happens, evil, right, is a short-term thing. Good is going to win at the end. Okay, that's what's going to happen. And that's what happened here. Unfortunately for all of us, because we want HBO. Ain't nobody, got nothing against HBO if they can get their stuff together. It's a good product. I like the way they come in there and handle their business. This is HBO. So, like I said again, it's an institution. But this behavior is typical of what's going on in America. I cannot imagine how our president can go in here and make this many transgressions, obvious transgressions, overly unpresidential, right? And still make those mistakes every day in and day out, things that you've never seen coming from the Oval Office, and go back to his people and will be applauded. Will be applauded. right? People, Nazis running through Charlottesville, and he calls them decent people. Some people, women, are complaining about, being ignored for sexual assault, and he calls them a mob, right? And goes and says this in front of people, and people of age and knowledge will be clapping and applauding. That is telling you that we have a problem, a major problem. And I don't understand it for the life of me. That's why I know I got some alien DNA in me. That it's an earthling thing. That the color, really, that's the difference between us? And it's a one-sided racism. Most of the time, minorities, if it's black or Hispanic or something, they pretty much just call you out on racism, bring it to your attention, right? They're never lashing out. It's only one type of person that does the lashing out, that feels privileged and entitled. You have to get it together. This planet can't be yours. It's a sun up there that people of color don't have to run from. Right? So this can't be the wrong planet. If this planet was called Antarctica, then you might have a point. But not really here. Right? Brothers of color ain't running from the sun. They might get in the shade a little bit, but it ain't like it's going to burn us up. The point of it, we don't really want to go there. We want to keep it sport. But you look at the whole reason, that is why HBO would even try something this ridiculously stupid. Because it's stupid, and I'm going to tell you why. There's tons of black fighters. You understand? That are very, very good. If you're gonna be looking and filtering through to try to find the guy that's gonna be white and has to do half of the things that the brother has to do. Never ask like for Golovkin. Let's just stop there for a second. As much as I like me some Golovkin, but he doesn't have to go up or down or what, nothing. Best middleweight in 25 years. People that he don't have to fight. Right now he ain't gonna have to fight Charlo. Watch him. He's gonna go do something else, right? We're going to go do something else. So is Canelo. Canelo's going to have to do what he wants to. Let a brother try that. Won't happen. And that's why I'm just going straight at it this time. HBO is gone because they were racist, right? And they called it, think about this, guys. When Mayweather left, they not only, Mayweather was gone, they banned all Al Haymon fighters, advised by Al Haymon. That's about 100 fighters. Okay, predominantly black, maybe about 90 of them black. But to ban all that, isn't that a stupid move? Think about it. All Al Haymon, and you guys, most of you don't even know how Al Haymon look, barely, or how he sounds. Because Al Haymon is extremely intelligent. He knows if they got a face, they're going to hate more than they do. Now, they don't need to see me. I'm just handling my business back here. I've never talked to the man. I know, because that's how I would think. They don't need to see me. Regardless, man. These people out here are ridiculous. Right? They're ridiculous. They see a face, and they're going to wonder, how's this guy managing so many people, a black dude, managing all these people, and making sure that the fighters get money, make sure that the fighters are the primary, are the most important in all of this business. The fighters. It shouldn't be promoters getting paid more, managers getting paid more, advisors getting paid more. Nobody. The fighters, because they have a short-term career, right? So that's what he's doing, and that's why that's why he has 100 fighters or more, right? Because they are the most important in all of this, and he makes that clear, and he educates them. He educates them to the business. Have you noticed that after Mayweather Promotions, everybody got a promotion? Dude had 2 fights. This is he got his own promotion company now. That's intelligent now. Shouldn't be everybody making more money on the fighters than the fighters. Bottom line. And that's what's going on. But for HBO to ban all his fighters, why would you do that? Because you thought it was going to be okay, right? Well, let me tell you something. Broke white people don't go to fights. And so that if that was your demographic, you were wrong, right? Rich ones, maybe. Broke ones ain't got no time to go to fights. They sit back and hate all day. All right? That's not who you try to, make form your programming to. But, okay, it is what it is. And it has to be spoken to straight up. I know not many people come here anyway to check me out. And, I don't talk, it's not like I'm some kind of pro-black and only black kind of thing going on here. This is good or bad. You know what I mean? That's all this is. Good or bad. And then, it irks me that we don't have HBO because of this crap that they continually put up with. And even when you got these people narrating and commentating and all that, you have to let them know, hey, listen, man, dude, you're obviously being biased. cut it down a little bit. But they didn't because they like it. Just like when Trump goes and says something that's outlandish, they don't correct him. You know why? Because when he goes to the rally, they're going to be applauding. Right? So that means, how can 50 of our senators ignored everything in the Kavanaugh case? And with them, they looked all the same. Put them up in front, they look all the same. To ignore all the information we have and put him in on the highest seat, the highest justice, with all of that baggage. This is typical America, and HBO's downfall is typical America. So now we have to live with it, unfortunately. Doing Sports Talk Worldwide, and I'm up out of here, y'all.